Growing up, I always loved sancho bao. So what I'm going to do is change it up a little bit. Instead of doing the classic mince with chicken mince or with pork mince, I'm going to be making some chicken patties. So it's just a little point of difference, and the kiddies will absolutely love it, depending on how much spice you add to your mix. So what I have here is some coriander, and I'm just finely chopping the coriander roots. There is so much flavour in these coriander roots, so instead of throwing them out, you can use them in the base for our patties. So that's done. Also, some onion. Now, I'm using some spring onions for this because they're quite mild in flavour and they cook up really fast. And again, I'm just going to finely slice these. I want it to be quite thin because I'm making mini patties to sit in the lettuce cups later. So you don't want big chunks or else the patties will fall apart. So I'm just going to use the white part and the lighter green section. All right, let's put that to the side with the coriander. We will use the coriander leaves later on for the garnish. Now, in this pan, I've just got it on a medium heat, a little bit of vegetable oil, not too much, and we're just going to coat the base of the pan, and we can start cooking the coriander root and the spring onions. Now, this is going to go into our chicken mince later on to flavour it, but we do want to soften it. I don't want it to go in raw, so this won't take long at all. In addition to this, some ginger, and I'm just using a fine grater here to mince it, and also some fresh garlic. And this can go in at this stage, and then we'll just give it a mix. It's already smelling fantastic. Now at this stage, I'm going to add some green curry paste. This is fantastic, not just for curries, but also to flavour patties just like this. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons because I really want to taste it in here. And I'm also going to use some chili jam because I do want to have a bit of kick to this. If you are doing it for the kids, you can just leave the chili out or just use half as much as I'm going to use. So chili jam in, along with some tamarind paste, and I'll add about a teaspoon of that into the mixture, and a small amount of fish sauce for some saltiness. Now, this won't take long at all. I just want to cook off the rawness of the paste in here, the curry paste. So just press down on it and mix that into the other ingredients there. And as soon as it comes together, we can turn the heat off. And I've got a bowl ready to go here. And I'm just going to add this mixture to the bowl. Now, you don't want to be adding the raw mince to this because it's too hot. It's going to start cooking the mince. So what I do is just spread that out so it cools down as fast as possible, and then I'm going to add the mince. Now this is cooled down completely, so I've got some chicken mince here, and that can go in. I'm using chicken mince today, but pork mince works really well for this too. And just start mixing it. I'm going to start with a spoon, and then I'm going to get my hands in there just to make sure everything is really combining quite nicely. All right, perfect. The smell is fantastic. And then just press everything together to form a nice sticky paste. Now let's make these patties and we can start cooking them. In the same pan, I'm going to add a little bit extra oil, vegetable oil, and you want this to be on a medium to high heat. Now these aren't going to take long, but what I want to do is just add them and then just press down on them so we've got a nice disc shape. They're going to take about 1 to 2 minutes on each side, so make sure they're all the same size. And I'm just going to make a few to start with. Perfect. And I want to show you how to make my really easy dressing while these patties are cooking. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. And when it comes to these flavours, it's all about balance. And I say that a lot because it is true. Sugar, the sweetness, saltiness comes from the fish sauce. So we need even amounts of that. So 2 spoonfuls of the fish sauce. We want to dissolve that sugar. And now we need some acidity, so that's going to come from a little bit of lime. And I'm just going to cut that in half, give that a good squeeze in there, and I'm going to use the whole lime because I love the flavour of it. And then Just to round off all those flavours and dilute it a little bit, I'm going to add a touch of water and a little bit more chilli. You can leave it out, but I love a small amount of just chilli into rounds, and that can go in, and that's the sauce ready to go. All right, I'm gonna focus on these patties, make sure they're absolutely perfectly cooked, and then we can make these delicious sort of alternative sancho bao. Now these chicken patties are looking fantastic. They're ready to come out of the pan. Let's start garnishing the lettuce cup. So I've just got some noodles here, just some rice noodles. This is going to be the base of this. So you just want a small handful in each. And these, what I did is just rehydrated them in some hot water until they've softened. So you can just break them up a little bit. And now I'm going to add some julienne of carrot for a little bit of crunch. It's looking fantastic already. I'm just going to tidy them up. And now we can add our patties. So you want about 2 patties per lettuce cup there. Just fix him up. And I'll just put a few more on. 2 there. And lucky last, in it goes. They look fantastic, nearly there. A little bit of coriander on the top. I'm just going to tear a few sprigs. You can finely chop it if you like. Some peanuts on each. And last but definitely not least, this delicious sauce we're going to drizzle, and I drizzle generously. I don't mind if they're a little bit messy to eat because that sauce is just so yummy. This is what I call fun food. You know what? This is a really light dinner that's going to keep you full.